Hey guys, and today we're going to take a look at some really cool Kickstarter campaigns. That's coming up right after this. So I know most of you guys have heard of Kickstarter. It's kind of a website that you can use to fund new concepts, ideas, or products. So I went onto the website and I searched for watches just out of sheer curiosity. Now most of the campaigns on there for watches are fashion type watches, which are okay, but they're just, not really something that I would be interested in. But I did come across 6 really cool campaigns that I think you guys would really be interested in. So what I'm going to do is they're going to be split into 2 episodes. In this episode, we're going to cover 3 of those campaigns, and then on Saturday we'll cover 3 other campaigns. All right, so first we're going to look at kind of a clip of the concept of it, and then we'll discuss it for each one. So here's the first one.
Meet the Boulder Voyage. With an analog dial on the outside but a ton of smart technology inside, the Voyage was designed to make your life easier. We built in an anti-loss function that will let you know if your phone gets too far away. With the notification feature, you'll never miss a call, SMS, or app alert. We included an inbuilt pedometer to track every step of your journey. We'll even help you remember them. Just use your watch to snap a picture from your phone. The Boulder Voyage. Be bolder, be more.
So let's go over some of the specs of what you just looked at. That first offering, I actually think this one's pretty cool. If you take a look at it, you have your wire style lugs and a sandwich type dial. So just to go over some of the specs. Okay, the Boulder is currently being offered on Kickstarter at $135 now, and it will be $179 later. It is an analog watch with a sandwich dial, and underneath the sandwich dial is where you get your LED indicators. Now, just to go over some of the features, you have the GMT function, pedometer, Miyota quartz, and you get notifications for call alerts, messages, app notifications, phone distance when you get too far away from your phone, and you can customize all these through the app. It is a 43mm case, 14.5 millimeters thick, 22mm lug widths, and 30-meter water resistant. Now, what I think is really cool about this offering is that it's a hybrid, right, of what we love about watches and then that tech piece. Now, I am a techie at heart, so I do like the concept of this. I think it's a very handsome looking piece. It's very well put together. And for those of you that saw the Shinola brand when I did the American watchmaking company series, it does have kind of a Shinola-esque look to it, is what it reminds me of. But if you look at that price point, I mean, the Shinolas we're looking at were about $550 to $750. This one is well below the $200 mark, and I think it does a really good job of mirroring the tech and still getting a look of a watch where it's not, like the Apple Watch, quite obviously a piece of tech versus, a timepiece of any sort. So I do think it's particularly interesting, a pretty good offering, especially at that price, where you can kind of get a taste of some of the tech offerings without eliminating everything necessarily that you might love from a watch. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. All right, so let's take a look at the next offering.
We proudly present you with the first handmade and smart watch band designed by you. Programmable NFC tags give you limitless programming possibilities. You decide its purpose. A call during a meeting? We have a solution for this legendary issue too. One little gesture is all it takes to inform the caller that you're busy. Could it be easier? Unique will assist you in improving your lifestyle by monitoring your physical activity and motivating you to move to keep fit. You don't need to remember about it. You wear, we will care.
So that is the unique watch band from a company called uBird. Now, what's really cool about that is that those of you that want to stay away from anything that might mildly resemble a marriage between tech and timepieces, this is kind of a really interesting middle ground, if you will. So it's a smart band for your watch that essentially makes any watch that you have a smart watch. It does very similar things to the Boulder that we looked at. It lets you kind of have the best of both worlds while keeping that horological piece, or kind of separating as best as possible the tech from the timepiece. So I do find that one particularly interesting. What is really cool is that you will be able to personalize your band. So you can basically, you get a custom made band with the technological applications and anything that they might come out with in the future in terms of capabilities. So it is a very interesting offering and definitely worth checking out. So let me know what you guys think about that one. So let's take a look at the third and final Kickstarter campaign that we're going to look at in this episode. So that was the Element offered by a company called Saturno. Now this is really cool because it takes your watches, which most of us have pieces, or there are brands that are really heavily associated with modding, you know, like Vostok's, for example, they get bezels modded and you get that personal touch. Well, what's interesting is that this company kind of has that in mind by essentially taking a watch and making it modular in a sense. So let's just go over some of the specs for these. The offerings currently for dial case combos that you can get are anywhere between $235 and $255 on their Kickstarter site right now. They currently have 6 dial versions that you can pick from and 9 outer case versions, which are essentially 3 in stainless steel. Then you get 3 that are DLC coated and 3 that are kind of rose gold colored. The cases themselves are 42.5 millimeters. They are 13.5 millimeters thick, 22 millimeter lug width. And here's the cool part. They do have automatic movements in them. It's actually the Seiko NH35 automatic movement in it. They're 5 ATM water resistant. They do have sapphire crystals with 3 layers of anti-reflective coating on the inside, which is very nice, and a screw down case back. So essentially you have the standard bands that come on them, the different colors that you can pick from, but where you're really making your piece unique is by being able to change the case and being able to pick your dial. So it's very cool. You're getting a mechanical movement in there. Seiko, which Seiko movement, very solid movement. You know, it has its own reputation within the aficionado community. It's a very, very interesting concept. Those are the 3 that we're looking at for this episode. I'm going to have the links to all the Kickstarter campaigns in the description, so if you're interested in any of them, please take a look. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, please don't forget to hit like on it, and join me on Saturday when we take a look at the next 3 from the Kickstarter campaign that I think you guys will be interested in. So alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it. That's it for this episode. CG out.